An eyewitness account. Oh, Christ. Though an official document, this appears to be one of many hastily produced copies documenting the night of Elturel's descent into Avernus. Mayor, I'm acting Gauntlet Mayor of the Flaming Fist. Repeat what you told my people for the room to hear. Shepherd. You're going to help. Aren't you supposed to help? First, I need to know what happened. It's gone. The city. The light. Companion, I was born in its glow. Never seen real darkness before. Get a grip yourself, man. There was no sound to begin with. The sky flickered dark and then light again. Then the companion changed. From gold to black. My farm's almost a half-day's ride from the city. But I could hear the screams. Thousands of people plunged into darkness as the world went mad. And then? More lights, but dark lights. It makes no sense, I know. They came from the companion. Wicked streaks stabbing into the city and tearing it apart. Then the sky, the ground, the buildings, they all folded in on themselves. Like an invisible hand were crushing them. And the city? There is no city. Elturel is gone. When did this happen? Yesterday. I fled through the darkness until I found you. Lock him up. I've done nothing wrong. You've got to go and help them. He's the 11th we've picked up since the morning. Make copies, deliver the transcript to every Flaming Fist post from here to Risen Road by hand until we know exactly what's happening out there. Nobody from Elturel goes west. From Elturgard, even, goes west. And don't talk to anyone outside the Fist about this. Maintain control. I mean, if somebody came running at you and said, oh, by the way, a city's disappeared, you'd... I don't know if you'd lock them up, but you'd laugh at them, right? It's not as interesting. A lot of these books are repeated. 5-Year War, Diplomat's Record. 5-Year War by Torwin Bass. War was, in truth, nothing short of a tragedy. It began as a mild altercation between the sanguine sons of Aelio and Vinda, families regarding, if you can believe it, the proper ownership of a sheep farm. Over the course of 3 seasons, full-blown conflict had erupted between Baldur's Gate and Victon. A pointless war, leaving both cities with nothing but 1,000 youthful corpses to show for it. Do we need to read all these? The council's down there. Baldur founds a city. This text roots the subject of Baldur, a sailor of exquisite renown who founded the city of Baldur's Gate many years ago. The prose is colourful and a little too self-satisfied around the edges, and the novel would be unremarkable. But one small detail about halfway through. God, we read that quick. Baldur claimed a guardian and friend, Ansor. Bright were Ansor's scales, and brighter still his breath. Yet after a betrayal too piercing to recount here in worthy detail, Ansor fled beneath the stone. By changing the name of the region he now slumbers under the match of his draconic lineage. That might be worth having. Surely we can sell this stuff to a historian. Is that the same thing? Baldur founds a city. Yep. Right, so we're repeating stuff now. Book. Right, sod the flying books. There's probably a spell you can cast on them, but... Well, that's interesting. These are the names of the books flying around. It's not a person. It's a construct.
still, will you?
I don't want...
Still, will you?
I don't want to attack them. Right, so that's a map's memoirs. That's Selto's Ethic of War. And that's Stead's Virtues of Unicorns. Fair enough. Oh, but it worked. Haha, not just a pretty face, this Todd. My life has been a long succession of pleasures. To see my town take to my ideas and cease legal discriminations of local orcs, to see my fighters against horrid living conditions in city factories take off, to have a chance to see a new generation take on these ideas for a better, kinder, fairer, intelligent world, and run with it to new reaches of the continent. It was not a life without struggle, however, and I still regret its failures. My old friend Sulto, I think we've seen this before, haven't we? My old friend Sulto comes to mind, who adopted such cruel ideologies later in life. I will forever console myself with the idea that such a brilliant mind would only convince such theories under this strain of exile and the promise of reinstatement as she ultimately was. Right, okay. Where's that flying book? It's there. Go on, snap out of it.
I wonder what the next move is.
The Ethic of War by Christina Sulto. My colleague Amaps proposes fair rules for engagement in times of war and forgiveness upon victory. Are we to spare our enemies then, once they fall into our might? Are we to put all hatred behind us and surrender as offered? Indeed not. For what shall we do once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war, count the lives snuffed out by our own magnanimity. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then we be free of its spectre. Okay, she's kind of full on.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Right, you little bastard. Come here. I really want to bounce it off that rock. Failed? Failed? No.
This place is astonishing. A bard's legend made real.
Shut well. The Virtues of Unicorns by Alwyn Stead. It is quite obvious that larger kingdoms offer benefits to all peoples within. As a kingdom grows, so does its fields, its populace, and its economy. A few charred corpses is a worthy sacrifice, if a dragon stands to share its hoard after all. So too should you seek union. Oh, unions, not unicorns. Jesus Christ, my eyes are terrible tonight. Virtues of fucking unicorns. I didn't think it made much sense when we're talking about war and council and there's some guy writing about unicorns. Fuck me. Such powerful kingdom. So too, we'll start again. So too should you seek union. However imperfect, should a powerful kingdom march its armies on your borders. Some friction is inevitable. Of course, citizens' rights might erode, for instance. But such lesser issues will be sanded down by the march of time. Such is the price of peace.
The solution's plain as the high moors in midsummer. Let's chat.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Well,
Let's talk.
well, you had an idea about the insight trial?
Yes. Swelto's ethic of war would lead to endless conflict.
No city could survive it. Swelto is the one you should strike.
I kind of agree. Swelto is the ethics of war.
If not over, then through.
So one was about unicorns, one was about war, and that was about his fears of his friend Swelto turning to the dark side, basically. An insightful decision. The tree of peace bore lasting fruit. Proceed. What happens if you get it wrong, and why did that produce blood? Did we actually kill one? How hard would this be if you play Dark Urge? Would you have Will saying, "Oh well, I think it's this guy," and then Dark Urge just does something else? Don't question the magics. I'm questioning the blood, not the magics. Right, let's do chess. It is actually chess.
Pawns, king, queen. Is this lance board?
Well,
Where am I needed? Into
big
the
hammer.
fray.
Oh, that's cool.
At least things have stayed interesting. Should mind my step.
Past adventurers number 3. Vedar and Umglor are gone. Our hubris is evident. Elementals took us by surprise. There are still 3 of us for now.
Prove your strategic wits. There is but one rule. The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. Are you
Ooh.
a commander of armies? Or a shivering pawn? Fodder for cleverer minds? I'm afraid I have little experience with lanceboard, let alone the command of soldiers.
So that's the king. Their queen is on me as well. So if I take their queen, I lose my queen to the rook. Two moves. This is standard chess moves, right? It is standard chess moves. Right, okay. Pawns move 1. Yeah. King moves 1. Yeah. Well, I think I've solved it. So what you do... No, I haven't solved it. Two moves. It says 2 moves. Right, so my queen takes their rook, their bishop, sorry. Queen to bishop, which would leave them in check. So they would then bring their queen or move the king, but my rook would take whatever's there. But that's already 2 moves. But from there... No, it doesn't work. The knight is safe. The only move that you have... The only move that you have is queen to bishop. Because pawn take pawn puts them in check, but they can get out of it. It has to be the queen, because the queen is the only one that threatens the king and forces them to move, but I can't do it in 2. There's no way I can do it in 2. But this looks like I have 3 moves. What? That's clever. That's clever. That didn't... But that didn't work. I want to know why that didn't work. That should work. Right, so there is no way that you can do it with the chess pieces. %, disadvantage. Immune to piercing. All I do is piercing. We'll get over it.
Sharp as ever. Keeping pace.
Black King endures. You are a lesser pawn, lower than Grub. Battlewitz, you failed, so you can't hit it. I'm not worried about this fight. We could absolutely do this fight. But I want to know the chess route. There has to... So we have 2 moves. But 3 attempts. We've wasted 1, but when we load up the save. Got any coffee left? No, I'm going to need coffee for this. Strong coffee, not decaf. That doesn't threaten their king. So that's the move. No, because that would then be taken by that. That's the move. That's the move. That's it. That's the move. And technically we failed, so we have to fight. I now have crystal skin as well. Right, so you're the biggest threat we have. So what if I just take you off the board? Prick.
Blood comes easy these days. It's Friday. On my way.
I like that you move along the chessboard. That's kind of cool.
Victory awaits.
If you run in, you're going to take damage. Disarming strike. I'm not sure that missed. I'm not sure you're missing these. Just run in, you've got health. No, I didn't mean to go that far. That's my fault. That's fine. Oh, loot. It's not that good. Do I get another attempt? This is my question. So we would have to fight this. Because we did cock up. So I have no issues fighting this. But we know what the answer is if we have to reload it. Can that be cast in silence? No, because he speaks something when he does it. Oh, it just means I'll run in and hit him. You can have that. You're silenced, mate. Didn't connect. That connected. Oh, you're wasting your spells on that.
Survival is all that matters.
That wouldn't have even hit me. Guess I'm facing you then.
To strike.
Bones.
Taste my
Catch you later, Catherine. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, nice. Right, move that way. God, it's been so long since I played chess. I really need to play more chess. Apparently he can true strike. I'm gonna have you dash that way. Eh. Right, you are not having that. Will should have always used his reaction. That's fair. Immune to poison, that's fine. Push it back. There you go, Lae'zel.
Time to push my luck again.
I am fury. I am death.
She is pissed. She doesn't have rush. You do have that though.
No choice but to keep going.
I'm happy with that. You'll get advantage if this doesn't kill. You didn't get advantage.
Coming through.
Oh, just for fun, because I love it so much.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Everyone. We don't get another go. You know what? I'm gonna load that in. I'm gonna load that in. This is the toughest puzzle. No, it's not. That's a lie. The toughest puzzle was the stupid getting through the Underdark puzzle. That was the toughest one. That took an hour and a half or something stupid. But this is tough because I don't have much experience with chess. So it's like, I know how things move, but putting things in the right position to... And you'd think, alright, it gives you a grid, so it should be easier. But it's... Chess is a state of mind. I've reloaded it because the fight wouldn't bring the chess pod back. Oh. Apparently that move isn't it. You'd move that there, take that, and the queen would come across. But that isn't doing it in 2 turns. Turn 1 is moving that. turn 2. Where is there? Could then just move there. I can do it in 3. No, because that is check. That's annoying. Yeah, so that is check. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Are we just putting it in check? Or are we... King and Jaws. King and Jaws. Fucking chess.